Beep beep! New rules coming through. Coming with Edge of Eternities, a new rule lets us play legendary vehicles and spaceships. We haven't seen those yet. But with that rules change, I figured we could take a look at 5 potential commanders that will become available to us and some directions to take them.
Are you sure you're checked out on this class of vehicle? Can you drive a truck?
Starting with number 5. Grond the Gatebreaker is an interesting option because you don't have to crew it like other vehicles. Grond is a creature on your turn and an artifact on everyone else's unless you crew it then. This helps it to deal with board wipes by avoiding them, and it doesn't hold us back from attacking because Grond can crew himself. Not technically, but still. A good direction for this deck would be to load up on ways to limit how many creatures our opponents can have, as well as ways to grow power on Grond. Moving on to number 4. Parhelion II. This moving haven might have a little bit of a high crew cost, but we can get around that with cards such as Peace Walker Colossus and Aerial Modification. Then you can use things such as Elspeth Stormslayer, Anointed Procession, or Ohir Tack to double or triple up on the angels being made. Throw in a Giada to make those 4/4 angels much bigger as they grow, and you have a winning combination of cards.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. But it does contain pathetic cards. Impossible!
Moving on to number 3, Jackdaw. This pirate ship packs a wallop. While not treading the newest of ground for Izzet, still its play pattern can lead to some explosive turns, like a possible storm turn, or something along the lines of a Labman, Thassa Oracle, or Jace Wielder of Mysteries. By filling the deck with 0-cost artifacts or artifact creatures, or things that make treasures since it simply doesn't specify non-tokens, we can really crank up the number of cards we draw. Toss in a couple of things that deal damage when we discard cards, such as Glinthorn Buccaneer and Surly Badgesaur.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Number 2, a Sickest Chariot. This mono-green vehicle deck will make some token decks blush. Going tall or going wide, the options are available to us. With cards like Bramble Sovereign, Dance of the Tumbleweed, and Second Harvest, we get to have all kinds of tokens. But while this deck can be the cat's meow,
Boo!
we have one more to close our list, and the number 1 is RMS Titanic. This ship is crashing and splashing its way to Treasure Token Hall of Fame. This card makes more treasures, on average, than even Ancient Copper Dragon. All the Titanic wants to do is get in for damage and then sink, only to leave behind a wealth of treasure. Best way to take full advantage of the RMS Titanic's ability is to play damage doublers. Gratuitous Violence, Fiendish Duo, Dictate of the Twin Gods, Insult/Injury, Isengard Unleashed, or a plethora of other ways to deal double damage and make those huge swings for treasures. Throw in a Ketis Emberclaw familiar, and a way to weaponize all the treasure tokens being made, such as Reckless Fireweaver or Ingenious Artillerist.
It was like a sign from a god.
Let's not forget that those damage doublers to help with the Titanic help the Fireweaver and Artillerist turn that bit of damage into a lot of damage. Also, a great thing about being in red lets us use cards like Trash for Treasure, Duretti Scrap Savant, and Goblin Welder to trade in one of those treasures for our commander to avoid commander tax.
I don't care who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes.
Well, that's some commanders to consider with these new rules changes. Take them out for a test spin, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to see more budget decks and Magic the Gathering news. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.